Very good day to you. I hope you are well. Okay, welcome to Body Conditioning with me, Rob. I hope you're well. Grab some water, take a sip, look around your lips and hydrate. Close the doors, let people know you're taking part in an exercise training session. Put your own music on, put your own tunes on so you can have some great tunes to listen to get through all of this. Okay, hydrate, put your water down on one side. Now you'll need some light weights and some heavy weights for this training session, so grab those. You'll need a thick mat as well. We're going to work through. Now we're going to try and work through our legs today. So the powerhouse of our body right down here. We're working on a bit of technique and functionality to get you in the right positions. Then we're going to be working on some depth and some range. And then we're going to build it up. So the idea is if we can make these guys down here, these big muscle groups, all nice and strong, then hopefully we can burn more calories. We can increase the mitochondria in our muscles. We can build up that powerhouse of our energy of our system. And that's why exercise is so important. Build up strength of muscles to burn more calories. That's what we want to achieve. So find yourself a space. Key point number one, we're going to make a fist with our hand. We're going to take that gap between our feet. Okay, so we've got a fist gap here. That means your feet are underneath your seat bones of your pelvis. It means all the weight is driving in a square line. So now drop your feet forward and backwards in a straight line. Big toe to little toe, flat down to the floor. Feel your knuckles roll over, rolling all the way through. Tuck your elbows back into position here. Your crown of your head up to the ceiling. From here, you can rest your hands up on your hips if you choose to, and just give me a roll forward. Nice, shoulders back, chest up. Just getting some movement into our body. Reverse it, roll it back. Lose that bit of tension out of the body. Nice, from here, shake your feet out. From there, take a knee flex up, knee up over hip height here. Pulling up nice and high. Really good. From there, take your hands behind your back and butt kick through. Heels up nice and high. Pelvis driven forward, shoulders are back. Really good. From here, we're going to stretch across the body. Twist and turn. Our elbows are going to be up at chest height. We're going to reach across the body as far as we can stretch. We're going to feel the arms lengthen here. And we're just finding ourselves pivoting around. Now, every now and again, just check those feet. They've gone a bit wider. Perhaps your feet naturally want to turn out. Have a look again, just check. Can you feel big toe to little toe going across the feet nice and flat to the floor? Can you feel from your toes to your heels flat to the floor as well? Stretch up, reach. Big long elongation. You're going to feel a nice big lengthening through the side of the body. And the ribs are going to extend just slightly. So as you reach up and over, you're going to feel those intercostal muscles lengthen out. Big stretching out through the body. 5 more here. 4 more here. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And side bend. Drop the hips side to side, getting as much movement in here as you can. Notice how far my pelvis is moving, shunting side to side. Get as much into it here as you can. Now, this is not about how far you can reach, and it's definitely not about putting your back out. This is about reaching and feeling where your body goes. So you might want to go slow. If you're a bit gingery on this one, slow it down and reach. Reach those fingers up to your armpits each time if you can. If you're struggling with this, you might just be doing a small movement here, and that's good as well. Any movement in play like this, really good and effective for your body. Shake it out. From here, let's balance on our right foot. Take our left knee up. And if you can, you're going to open up the hip and bring it back down again. So up, rotate, and you might find a few clunks and cracks come out on this one. I certainly can. I can hear the head of my femur just going. It's obviously catching on some ligament up there. Now, challenge here is try and keep this chest forward. Can you turn that knee all the way up to 90 degrees and back in again? Up, turn, back and through. Don't worry if you lose your balance. Grab the wall if you need to. Come across, open it up. It's quite a tough little exercise. I mean, not in your day-to-day do you do this little exercise. There's only probably one time you do it, which is if you've got a bath that you step into for your shower. You kind of put your leg up to do that movement. So let's change sides. Now, the other thing as well is that you'll find that one side is easier to do than the other. So you might find this is a lot easier standing on your left leg than standing on your right. Again, challenge yourself to go off balance with this. Yeah, so you're building up the pathway between your brain and the muscles. Knee flex, rotate, turn in, drop again. Fire the glutes, keep working it. 4 more here. 3 more here. 2 more here. Last one, keep it held and back. Good, well done. Coming to a side step. Swing the legs side to side. Keep these legs nice and straight. Big side step. When you're feeling ready, stretch across the body. Looking good. High corner stretch. Just opening the body up. Keep it safe for you, keep it relevant, keep it moving. Elbow tuck into the side, big stretch up. Go. 8, 7, 6 more here. 5, keep it going. 4, 3, 2, last one. Into squats, please. Easy squat, down, drop, push up. Now, if you can, touch the inside of your heels as you drop down, but notice the chest stays up high, and I'm sticking my bottom back as far as I can. Dropping down, touching the inside of the heels, pushing back up to straight, strong up on the chest, pull back the shoulders. Eight more here, 7 more here, 6 more, let's keep it going. 5 more, 4 here, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Open up the legs just slightly into an easy lunge. Keep it all on the left leg for me. Now remember, we had our fist gap between our feet at the start. This leg is going to travel in a straight line forward before we just gently flex the back knee. Okay, now step. Big toe to little toe, facing forward. Posture, back up, chest up. Keep the movements here, strong and controlled. Seven more here. 6 more here. 5 more here. 4 more here. 3 more here. Keep it working. 2 more here. 1 more here. Let's change leg. Right leg forward. And again. Big stride. And again, don't worry about the depth of the movement here. Safe, relevant, effective exercises for you. So if you find this too much on your knees, don't drop as deep. It might be just a movement here. It could even be a step for you is enough of a workout. But the other part here is when you step, just make sure that this knee is clicking into like a plumb line to the middle of that foot. So we're keeping that stride long to allow the stride pattern of our body. Too narrow a step is going to feel really uncomfortable for you. 2 more here. Good, good. 1 more here. And I'm going to start working through rotation. So from here, standing on the left leg. Right leg is going to balance around to the side. I'm going to turn back again. Now the challenge here is to maintain your balance, okay, in whichever way, shape or form you can. Now the toe needs to point away from the body. Keep the control here. Now again, don't worry if you fall over. You could be grabbing the wall here to do this exercise here, and this is a really great way of opening up your hip. Remember, this is not a normal day-to-day exercise. I'm sure you don't brush your teeth doing this. Maybe you do, I don't know. Depends how big your bathroom is, I suppose. But when you're doing this movement, this really does open up everything going within that hip and pelvis joint. We've got to try and get this rotation here. Now the chest stays up nice and high. Chin stays up high. Work it round, rotate through. Now, if you find this tight on the knees, just check your standing foot. It could be that it's completely turned out to one side. So check that the foot is facing forwards all the time. So you can feel big toe to little toe flat down. You can feel your toes to your heels flat down as well. Strong rotational movement. And release. Let's swap it over. Right foot onto the floor. Left foot's going to rotate. Go behind. Come back through again. Strong movements here. Back and around. Strong, rotate. Come back through again. Very good, very good. Five more here. Four more here. Again, if you need to grab that wall, go for it. Three more here. Really opening up those glutes, those hip flexors. It's a tough little workout. Not about you, but I'm sweating and this is hard. It's good work. Challenge your body. Can you push the toe a little bit further on that rotation? Last one here. Oh, definitely knowing you've got some glutes now. Well done. It's not a normal movement. Shake it out. Circumvent the hips. A bit of a hula hoop here. So in our day-to-day, when we sit at our desk for long periods of time, we don't sit like, we sit like this, we're on our phones. So we need to get this movement back in to that pelvis. Get that rotation through. Again, check your foot position. Counterclockwise, please. Go the opposite way. Big moves through on the hips. Four more. Three more. Two more. Last one. Forward fold. Stand and stretch. And again. Good work. So we're working through a nice strong deadlift through here, or a good morning deadlift. Stretching through. Now each time we're throwing those arms up and high and back into a V position. But don't worry if you can't touch your toes. It could be just coming to your thighs. You're pushing back up and opening up. Absolutely fine. You might have a shoulder problem, so you just get into here. Fine. Work your body in an effective manner. Each time those thumbs are coming back and directly overhead. Two more here. One more here. Good work. Shake it out. Butt kick through. Really good. Okay, so grabbing our weight. Okay, we're going to take this into squats. So we're going to go for deep squats here, Tim. We want to get as much lengthening out of our muscle groups as we possibly can. Now, to get depth, if you've got naturally good flexibility in your ankles and your hamstrings, you're going to get depth quite easily. If you haven't, I have a problem with my left ankle. Then you can use a platform, a raised platform. It's a bit of 2 to 3 timber to place underneath your heels. Now, whatever position you're in, check your foot position. Toe to heel facing forward. We're going to drop down into our squat. We're going to hold down here. Chin up, chest up. Gentle push back up. Feel toe to heel flat down to the floor. Now, if you feel comfortable with this, sit down into your squat, grab your weight. Okay, you're going to breathe out as you push up to the ceiling. Ready? 3, 2, 1, breathe out. Push. Drive. And again. Now, lift the weight up to your chest and drop down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push up. Good. This time, lower the weight. Drop, squat. Posture back up, chest up. Breathe out, push up. Lift the weight up again up into your chest. Tuck the elbows underneath it. Drop again for me. Breathe out, push up. Drop the weight again. Lower down into squat. Breathe out, push up. Lift the weight up again onto chest. Drop down again. Strengthen the body. Breathe out, push up. Lower the weight again. Drop. Breathe out, push up. Lift the weight up again. Drop down. Breathe out, push up. Lower the weight again. Drop. Breathe out, push up. Hold the weight up on your chest, drop again. Breathe out, push up. And again, drop low. Push up. Hold it up, drop down. Breathe out, push up. Lower again. Up again. Now, starting to feel our legs getting a bit tired now, aren't we? Now, if you find this too much to get into your deep squat, maybe grab a chair now to finish out with. Sit down into that chair, just so you got a bit of support. Something to push up and off again. And up. And release. Shake it out. Drop the weight down. Okay, grab a new water. Take a sip. Right. Okay. So from here, we're going to go back into those squats. Now again, if your legs are tired and you're struggling with this, grab a chair, sit down into a chair and come back up and squat. Okay, so on here, we're going to drop down through our squat. Breathe up, push up strong, raise up onto the ball of your feet into a calf raise. Now, hold it here. Check your feet position so you feel big toe, little toe down to the floor. From here, if you can, you raise the weight up overhead, stabilize and hold. Slowly, minding your nose, bring the weight back down to your chest and then lower your heels down. Shake out your heels and then drop into another squat for me. Drop, slow control. Deep breath in. Breathe out, push up. Raise up onto the ball of your feet, push your heels apart. Breathe out, extend the weight overhead. Hold it. Again, check those feet position, toe to heel flat down. Weight back onto your chest. Drop the heels back down to the ground again. Slowly lower again. Deep breath in. Breathe out, push up. Calf raise, hold. Stretch overhead and reach. Slowly drop that down, weight back onto chest. Slowly lower those heels back down. Drop again. And again, deep breath out, push up. Other swings forward. Get the weight into your chest. Elevate, keep it high on the balls of your feet again. Weight back to chest. Slowly dropping the heels down. Drop again. Tough workout this, guys. Keep it going. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Push up, straight through the body. Raise up on the ball of the feet. Hold your balance. Big toe, little toe, flat down to the floor. Push up, reach up overhead. Weight back to your chest. Lower the heels back down. Drop down through that squat. Breathe out, push up. Calf raise. Press up overhead. Chest, weight, then hold. Lower the heels back down. Drop down again. 2 more to go here, team. This is tough on the calves. Push, drive. Elevate up. Go on, get the heels up. Drive up overhead. Press. Bring the weight back overhead. Control back to your chest. Keep up the ball of the feet. Your calves should be singing to you now. Down they go. Drop. One more here. Let's go. Up through. Press. Drive. Calf raise. Elevate. Push the weight up high. 3, 2, 1. Weight back to chest. Slowly lower the heels down. Drop down again. And release. Good. Nice. Weight to one side. Okay. Now, after a lot of exercise like that, when you come down to the floor and just stretch your body out. So laying on your back, push your arms up overhead, tuck the elbows back down to the ground. Point your toes away. Now if you struggle getting up and down on the floor, just press pause. Give yourself a few minutes to get down here, and then lengthen your arms as far away from your body as you can. From here, we're going to work a bit on the floor now. So we're going to bring our feet in, push up high into back bridge, just to extend the back. Nice, if we get the hip flexors nicely extended here. So if you want to, bring your hands underneath your hips and push your tummy up towards the ceiling. Now, feel what happens to your knees. Naturally, they might want to bow out to the side. Pull them in, keep the same gap between your feet, that fist gap apart, and your knees as well. Slowly lower them back down again. Lower the lower back into the ground, extend your legs away. Walk your feet back in. Feet fist gap apart. Press up. Head back to the floor, eyes closed. Control this movement. Now, we were working lovely through our calf raises there in the previous exercise. Shake it out, shake out both legs. So now we're going to try and work this through into a back bridge calf raise. So push up into your back bridge with your toes and your heels flat to the floor. From here, you're going to walk your toes in towards your bottom, push your hips up a little bit higher. Turn your palms of your hands so the fingers are facing up to the ceiling and your knuckles are down to the ground. Change your head position if you're feeling your neck has got a bit tight just because you're pressing through. From there, check your knee position, your feet position. They stay that fist gap apart. The glutes are engaged nicely. Drop the heels back down to the floor. Slowly lower the hips down to the ground and extend the legs again. From there, feet walk back in again. Feet fist gap apart, knees gap apart. Push up pelvis, head back down to the floor. Fingers again, palms facing up to the ceiling. If you feel comfortable with it, you now walk your toes in a little bit further. You push up onto the ball of the feet. Notice again, from big toe to little toe, they're flat down to the floor. Again, the same gap between the knees is the same fist gap that we did at the start of the class. We're trying to pull the knees in, keeping it strong through the body. You can really feel the glutes have engaged. It's a wonderful strength training exercise. From there, bring your toes and heels flat down to the floor, walk it out, drop the hips back down to the ground, and extend your legs again. Shake your legs out. And from here, we're going to walk in again, feet flat to the floor. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, push your hips up towards the ceiling. Walk your feet back in, heels into your bottom. Head back to the ground. Palm of fingers facing up to the ceiling, knuckles down to the ground. Again, slowly walking the heels back down to the ground. Lowering the hips. Stretch those legs out again. Give them a shake. Walk back in again. Back bridge press. Walk the feet in. Press up and hold. Again, change your head position if you need to. Check your feet position. Again, big toe, little toe flat down to the floor. Same fist gap between the knees and the feet. Really time it up. 3, 2, 1. Lowering the heels. Dropping the back down to the floor. And then rolling onto your side. From here, we're going to raise the right leg up. Now, if it's too much, you can flex the knees slightly so you're in a hydrant position here. Or in other words, or you can go to straight leg to make it harder. Now from here, you're just going to bring your fingertips just in front of the chest. You're going to let that left leg drive forward. Hold the position. And bring it back again. And again, left leg forward. Hold the balance. Bring it back. Now, in between each one, if you want to drop and rest the leg, do it. Or if you want to make it harder, lower the leg so it doesn't rest. Then raise and kick forward and come back. Drop. Raise. Forward move. Back. And drop down again. Nice, slow, controlled movements here. 2 more here. Let's see what we've got. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Tight work in the glutes here. Might find this is really tiring for you now. Might need to flex that knee slightly, just take a bit of load out the leg. And release, shake it out, swap sides. And again, slow, controlled movements. Lowering the leg here for me is one of the hardest bits of this exercise. Strong control lifting. Have you got the strength in your glutes and your hip flexors? To make this work hard. It's interesting as well how one side is just so much more difficult than the other. Good work here. One more here. Big raise up, kick forward, kick back, and drop. And release. From there, rolling into a press-up position. Take your left knee up into a half pigeon position. So you're going to turn your foot inside, and you're going to feel a big stretch on the outside of your hip. Now, you might be able to drop down to your forearms here. You might not even be able to get through to here. You might have your foot kind of all the way through here. Try and sit towards the outside of the glute and feel a nice big stretch on the outside of the bottom. Very nice. And you might find it a bit more comfortable to be in this kind of elevated sphinx position. That's good as well. Change it, swap it. And sit on the outside of the other glute. Back up, chest up. Again, if you want to, drop down to the forearms. So great training session, trying to get some strength through the legs, building up their power, building up their strength. And as a result of that, we're increasing the mitochondria in the muscles. So really good workout. From there, come to a side wall, and then pick up your left foot, take into a quad stretch. A little gap again between the knees. Again, that little fist gap if you can. Pelvis drive forward, shoulders back, chest up, chin up. Really nicely trained. Now back again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, doing a mobility method class. So we're going to grab off the other foot, swap it over, then drive the pelvis forward, little gap between the knees, heel to your bottom. Nice big stretch to the front of the thigh. And really shake it out. Left hand between the shoulder blades, elbow high to the ceiling. Nice big stretch to the back of the arms, that tricep. Lean back just slightly, push your pelvis forward, and then stretch and swap. Other hand in between the shoulder blades. Again, elbow up high, work the fingers out wide in between your shoulder blades. And release. Forward flex for me here, dropping the chin down on the chest, and a nice big stretch in the back of the legs. From here, we're going to fold our arms, point our elbows down to the ground. And here we're going to unfold, take the arms up, stretch, take one elbow into the side and the other. Big long stretches through the body. And from there, release, shake it out. Roll the fingers one way, roll back the other way. Well done, really, really well trained. Grab yourself a drink of water, have a sit in the corona, let's hydrate. We've done that live, give me a hashtag live, hashtag replay if you don't have a replay. And as always, if we can ever help, give us a shout, send us a DM or a message up on our page. And we'll gladly help you out. Have a great day wherever you are. See you next time for the next one.